Yellow jackets are a kind of wasp and are found mostly in North America. They live in large groups and work together to build nests where they can lay their eggs. Yellow jackets eat nectar, insects, and sometimes even spiders. The female yellow jacket has a stinger at the end of the abdomen, which it uses for protection and to paralyze prey. Although the bee fly does not have a stinger, it is very similar to a honey bee. It has a hairy, colorful body, and it buzzes loudly when it flies. Bee flies live in dry, hot places and drink nectar from flowers. Since bee flies look like real bees, most animals do not try to eat them. Grasshoppers live in fields and are plant eaters. Like some other insects, grasshoppers have holes along the sides of their bodies for breathing. These insects can use their wings to fly, but they are especially known for hopping. They use their long back legs to jump long distances. The dragonfly is a colorful insect that uses its large wings to fly and swoop down to catch other insects. It can even hover in the air like a hummingbird. Dragonflies lay their eggs in water. When the eggs hatch, the young dragonflies, or larvae, live in the water until they have grown enough to fly away. When they are ready to lay eggs, they return to the water. The mayfly lives near lakes and rivers and lays its eggs in the water. After the eggs hatch, the baby mayflies, called nymphs, do not have wings yet. They sometimes spend more than 2 years living in the water. They have to watch out for fish that try to eat them. Once the nymph becomes an adult, it only lives for a few more hours, just long enough to lay its eggs. Although the monarch butterfly is beautiful, it is actually poisonous. It gets its poison when it is still a caterpillar by eating the leaves of the poisonous milkweed plant. Animals that try to eat the monarch get sick, and the bright colors of this butterfly warn animals to stay away. Monarchs use a long tongue to sip nectar from flowers. The water strider is also known as the pond skater. It mostly lives in ponds and streams. The water strider uses its long legs to run across the top of water. It can feel vibrations on top of the water when insects fall into the pond, and this helps it catch other bugs for food. The colorful jewel wasp is a very interesting insect. As an adult, it usually eats nectar and tree sap. But when it is ready to lay eggs, it stings a cockroach, lays the eggs on top of it, and then puts the cockroach into a hole. When they hatch, young jewel wasps, called larvae, live in the cockroach and use it for food. When they are old enough, the larvae make cocoons and turn into jewel wasps. Earwigs are small insects that are found all over the United States. Some earwigs are wingless, while others have wings hidden beneath short wing covers. Earwigs eat plants and dead insects, but they can sometimes use the pincers at the tip of their abdomen to catch live insects. During the day, they hide in dark, wet places, and they come out at night to search for food. The stag beetle is easy to recognize because of its huge jaws that look like deer antlers. You might be surprised to learn that this beetle does not eat other insects. It eats plants and sometimes the sap from the inside of trees. This beetle lays its eggs inside of fallen trees. When they hatch, the young stag beetles, called larvae, spend several years eating the dead wood before they become adults.